Great morning, business owners and managers, and welcome to another awesome episode of CX in the Morning, Customer Experience in the Morning. I'm your host, Mr. Wess Walters, and it is another Wednesday with Wess. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's been a while. I've been on vacation. I know. Everybody's DMing me, what's wrong with the show? I knew you were going to fall off. Miss Dr. Sabrina is in the building. Dr. Sabrina, how are you, my friend? Thanks for tuning in. I want to have you as a guest on the show. You have a lot to add from the perspective of being a business owner and what it takes, of course, in your business. Customer experience is very, very important. Customer service is very important because, you're an OBGYN, and that is definitely concentrating on pillar 2, the human touch of customer experience. So I definitely want to get you on the show. But anyway, the inbox have been, I know you was about to fall off. You're just a scam like everybody else. No. I was on vacation. And for me, just for safety reasons, I delay my posting when I'm on vacation because the last thing I need is a robber to know that, hey, he is out of the country and having a good time and his house is free and inviting. So that's why. So you'll see the vacation pictures come in delayed. But I was on vacation and, I don't promote that. Like, hey, I'm going to be on vacation next week. There's not going to be a show because, again, that invites the wrong type of energy. But anyway, I am here. We're not going anywhere. We're only going to get bigger and better and stronger and badder. So if you thought we were about to collapse and die, if you put a hit out on us, you should get your refund, get your money back. Like 50 said, I heard people put prices on my head. Get your refund, player, because I ain't dead. Anyway, let the juggling begin. No rapping. Let the juggling begin. So today we're going to talk about an experience that my experience at a restaurant. Now, you need to stay to the end because as horrific as this situation is, stay till the end. Stay till the end, and you'll see what happened. Anyway, so let the juggling begin. So this came from my daughter was taking me to dinner, and this is a very popular restaurant. So I want to be very clear. This is a restaurant that I wouldn't say. I guess I am a loyal customer because I go, but I am not a freak. I don't go there every week. So I want to be very clear. So I do support the restaurant, but it's not some place that I go every week. Now, because I have kids, I am more of definitely a loyal Chick-fil-A fan. I go there at least 5 times a week. But this restaurant is a dine-in restaurant, and I don't go there as often. Maybe 3 times a year, maybe every quarter. So I would say 4 times a year. All right. So anyway, so we called the number that's on the Google, that's listed on Google. I said, hey, make an appointment, make a reservation because, this restaurant fills up pretty quickly. So anyway, unsuccessful. My daughter tried to call the restaurant, couldn't get anyone. I tried, couldn't get anyone. It was very unsuccessful. Still could not get anyone on the phone. Anyway, hey, Mr. Lester is in the building. I did not post the name of the show. Forgive me. My bad. Let me post that real quick for my family over on Instagram. I apologize. Lester, I'm going to post that right there, Lester. All right, cool. That's the name of the show, when restaurants lose their minds. But anyway, so like I was saying, so we called the number on Google, could not get anyone. I called, my daughter called, I called, could not get anyone. So we finally just got to the restaurant, We're like, hey, are you guys doing any walk-ins? Oh, no, we're not doing any walk-ins. And we're not taking any more customers because it's 5 and we close at 6. Yes. True story. I swear. It is 5. So first of all, if he had just said, hey, look, sorry, we're not doing any walk-ins, we're booked, solid, I would have said, okay, no problem. Hey, but he said, plus it's 5 o'clock and we close at 6. I cannot make this stuff up. I cannot make this stuff up. Here it is, 60 minutes to probably make, if you're in the restaurant business and you understand how much money restaurants make, in an hour, on a low end. Let's not talk fast food. Let's say a restaurant like a Red Lobster, in an hour, they can easily do 10 stacks, 10,000. Easy. Brother Paul is in the building. Great morning. So here it is. So we're going to just use Red Lobster because I used to work at Red Lobster. In about an hour, in 60 minutes, they can easily flip $10,000. That's easy. That's on the low end. When you look at the amount of tables, $100 per table, easy, right? With not including the bar, easy. So here it is, this restaurant, I show up at 5. They're like, hey, again, he had me when he says, hey, we're not taking any more customers. I mean, no, we're not taking walk-ins. I got it. No problem. Some restaurants are only reservations. I get it. But he said, we're not taking any more reservations. And plus it's 5 and we close at 6. So I was like, what does that mean? Like, are you not interested in making money for this hour? But anyway, it gets deeper. You thought that was it? No, it gets deeper. So anyway, so I began to tell continued to tell the restaurant owner, I said, hey, the number that you guys have listed on Google is, it's not working. Like, I mean, I've been trying for the last 48 hours to make a reservation and it's been unsuccessful. Yeah. He said, oh, well, that number is, is somebody's cell phone. I said, yeah, it's a cell phone number. I said, so he continues to say, yeah, the restaurant doesn't have a phone number. True story. I mean, I wish. So normally when I dine out, I have my my hidden cameras. I have my little hidden camera here, right? But on this situation, the universe will have it where it was like, nah, you can't document this because it's going to make blank businesses look bad. And you are supposed to be an ambassador for blank businesses. So the universe had it that way where I didn't have my camera. It would have made some good footage. This would have made for great TV. But the guy at the restaurant told me, hey, yeah, the restaurant doesn't have a number. Now, again, I've been removed from restaurants for some time, but I do consult with restaurant owners. And most of the clients that I consult with have a phone number. As bizarre as this is, a landline. But most restaurants in 2021, you might not have a landline at home, but in your restaurant, you do have a landline. But this brother proudly said, no, we don't have the restaurant doesn't have a number. So I guess the number that's on Google is only there because Google, when you're claiming a business, you have to put a number. So the owner of the restaurant just say, just put my cell phone. I'm never going to answer. I'm never going to reply. Just put a number there. So nevertheless, so we're not taking any more walk-ins, right? And we're booked. It's 5. We're not taking anyone else because we're closing at 6. And we don't have a number. Restaurant owners, business managers, managers of business of restaurants, if you're listening, please, with the internet package, you can get a landline for free. It doesn't cost you anything. So I have a landline for my home. Do I own a landline phone? No, but it came with the package. I have internet, so I have a landline. Now, here's the thing. The internet costs cheaper. It's cheaper with the landline. They have this bundle. Without the landline, it's X. With the landline, it's $10 cheaper. I'm like, give me the landline. Like, I've never used the landline. I don't have a fax machine. I fax from my cell phone. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a business owner or a owner of a restaurant, if you're a owner of a restaurant, manager of a restaurant, you can get the landline for free. Please add the landline. Please, it's free. With the internet package, the landlines come for free. There's no reason or explanation why you should be running a restaurant and you don't have a landline. All right, so that's what happened at that restaurant. So obviously we were not eating there because we got there at 5 and they closed at 6 and they don't like money. So we walked around just literally in walking distance. I walked 1 block up and I went to another restaurant. Again, I frequent the restaurants here. This same restaurant I probably attend or I probably support or patronize at least once a quarter. So at least 4 times a year. I'm not a diehard every weekend at the bar guy. No. So I would say I support this restaurant about once a quarter. All right. So would you call that? I guess I am a loyal fan. I am a loyal customer, but I'm not a fanatic. So yeah, I'm loyal because I've been going there for over 10 years. So I'm definitely a loyal customer. They can depend on 4 visits per year from me. So I am a loyal customer, but I'm not a fanatic. I'm not there every week. I have kids. I'm a Chick-fil-A fanatic. I'm there every week. I'm at Chick-fil-A, unfortunately, sadly, right? But so we go to this other restaurant, and so I walk up to the bar. I'm like, hey, so first of all, I went and I said, what's the wait for 3? Because it was my son, myself, and my daughter, right? They were taking me out for Father's Day, and I said, what's the wait for 3? Entered, gave her my number. She said it's about 45 minutes. Said no problem. We'll wait. I mean, what do we have to do? It's Father's Day, right? So we're gonna wait, and I go to the bar to get us some drinks while we wait, so that we can, just converse and have a great time and sip on some drinks, some beverages while we're waiting. No offense here, right? So I go to the bar, and first of all, this isn't just your regular bar. I know what you're thinking, a bar the size of this office. Nah, this was the bar from Noah's Ark. Okay, this was the bar of all bars. This was like a bar from Vegas, like a scene. Like, if you've been to Vegas, the bars in Vegas, it's like this. So it's this massive bar, right? You would think like they would have more than one bartender, right? Nah, they had the Walmart effect where there's 30,000 cash registers with 2 cashiers. So same thing. This bar was massive, and you think I'm over exaggerating. Let me share my screen so I can show you how massive this bar is, right? So this bar is massive. Let's share screen here. So this is the bar. This is the bar, right? Now, this bar is at least 40 feet wide. I would even say 50. Now, let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 chairs already, right? So you're looking at, 3 feet per person. You're looking at over 36 feet right here. Then there's more. So 36 plus another 12. Yeah, I would venture to say this is a 45 or 50 feet wide bar. So this is a massive bar. So if you're down here, and again, one bartender. So if you're down here and the bartender is up here, good luck on getting her attention or his or her attention. Good luck. It's not happening, right? So I go up to the bar. realizing, of course, and again, my customer experience antennas are always on. So I'm like, okay, this is clearly something wrong here. Why is there only one bartender on a busy day like Father's Day, right? So I stand there and I wait for a minute. This lady walks back and forth, makes eye contact with me. This is the thing, makes eye contact with me, right? She said, walks back and forth. I'm about right here. She makes eye contact with me. She wipes, cleans this area. Someone was eating here. She wipes their area, walks back, drops the drinks off down here, because here's where the waiters, the servers are picking up their drinks. She makes 2 drinks for the servers, put them here, come back down here, and takes another order. Like literally, I'm invisible. Right? So I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I really want a drink. She has something I want. Let me go outside of and out of my comfort zone. And I say, hey, I just said hi. You would think that would be enough for her to be like, hey, I see you. I'm not ignoring you. I'm going to get to you. Let me just finish this order. No. She said hi back and kept walking. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I wish I had my hidden cameras on, because you guys are probably like, nah, he's making this stuff up. Nah, I had to take a picture so that you could see it, but I don't have video. But yeah, I waved. She said hi. I said hi. I said hi. She said hi back. And that was it. And so I want to be sure that you saw the because it's telling me that, there we go, it wasn't sharing. So here it is. So you can see the bar. So this is the bar. The bar is at least 45 to 50 feet wide. At least 45 to 50 feet. So like I was saying, this is where she puts the drinks for the servers. They pick them up here. I was standing here. She passed by me like I was invisible, wiped, cleaned this area, gave this guy his order. And I said hi. And she said hi, looked me in the eye, said hi, and kept walking. Not, hey, I see you, I'm busy, but I'm going to get to you. Have no problem. Or tell me your order real quick. Maybe I can do it while I'm making her drink. None of that. So anyway. So I eventually said, hey, excuse me, are you going to take my order? At that point, I rubbed her the wrong way, because I wasn't supposed to say that, right? I said, excuse me, can I place an order? And she was like, yes, what do you want? Just like that. Just like, what do you want? I said, I would like to, I said, do you have mint? I said, yes. She said, yes. I said, okay, I would like a mojito, please. She said, I said, is there any idea of how long is it going to take to get the drink? Yeah, I just want to know. Just give me an ETA, because I've already scoped the environment out. I said, it's only one bartender serving a bar that's 50 feet wide. And I said, I stood here for 10 minutes to get your attention. So I didn't tell her that, but I'm processing this thing. I'm like, okay, it took me 10 minutes to even get her attention when I had to shake her down. Imagine how long it's going to take for this drink. I said, well, you know what? I want to know, how long is it going to take to get the drink? She said, well, I don't know. I swear, I can't tell you how long it's going to take to get the drink. I can't tell you. I said, so you couldn't tell me if it's going to be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes for the drink? She said, no, I can't tell you how long it's going to take to get the drink. I said, okay. Is it easier for me to order a drink through the servers? And she said, I don't know. I said, all right, while I'm here, let me just have a mojito and 2 Arnold Palmers for the kids. All right. Place the order. And I'm still waiting for the drinks. Here it is, 2 weeks later, still haven't got the drinks. So I go to one of the waiters. I said, hey, I placed the order at the bar, but she seems inept can you place an order for me? And I'll give you cash right now, put something in your pocket. So here's a tip. He said, well, I can't place an order because you don't have a table yet. I wasn't going to go back and forth with this person. Again, there's a lot of people. I'm running into business owners or workers who don't like money. Here it is. I'm like, I put $5 in his hand. Hey, like, look, I need an order. $5 was not sufficient enough. Again, people just are not either. They're like, it goes back to the term, the quote where it says, you can't teach hungry, man. You can't. And, pun intended, being a restaurant, but there's money to be made and people are not like, they're not interested in making it. But anyway, the moral of the story is restaurant owners and managers, if you have a bar that's over 20 feet, you need more than one bartender. And if you have a bartender, they should be people friendly. They should like Papa Chu is in the building. What's going on, man? I'm talking about my rogue experience at dinner for Father's Day. So again, the gem of the story, the gem here is owners of restaurant owners or managers. If you have a bar that's over 20 feet wide, I would recommend having 2 bartenders or at least a go-getter. This bartender, I've seen some go-getters where, this dude is flipping, explosions, throws some drinks up, go up here, get some ice, put the cups down, the ice fall. Just gangster with it, right? So if you have a really people person, proactive, but go to Vegas and watch what the bartenders in Vegas do. If you have a bartender like that, yeah, I've seen a single bartender occupy a bar that's 30 feet. This dude was literally running laps. What do you get? Boom, throwing stuff behind his back, flipping it. Yes, but this sister was as fast as molasses. Like on a fast day, she was blazing fast molasses. I would say she was blazing fast peanut butter. You ever seen peanut butter run downhill? This was this sister, blazing fast like peanut butter. She could not control that bar at 40 feet wide. And she was not friendly. She is not a people person. Listen, business owners and managers, and again, I never list the name of a company when the experience was bad. But this is a learning experience. I wish in this situation, I would love to list the name only so that they can know that they need help. But I'm not going to list the name. But please give this lady some help, or she does not need to be a bartender. Bartenders need to be people, need to be bubbly, friendly, definitely extroverts. She was an introvert, or maybe, hey, file this under maybe I'm just not I'm ugly. Maybe she doesn't like ugly people and I pissed her off. Maybe that's what it is. I'm willing to give her that. But my experience, whether I was ugly or not, it comes back to the customer experience. It was awful. Hey, Miss Mason, how are you? Thank you for joining in. So this restaurant experience was awful. So I know I'm not going to list the name of the business owner or the restaurant, but if you own a restaurant, here is a perfect example. You don't want to exhibit the Walmart tactic. And the Walmart tactic is having 30,000 cash registers and one cashier. Here it is, this bar with 45 feet wide with one bartender who is not aggressive is not a good idea. So the gem here, the learning, the gem, the takeaway here is if you're going to have a bar that's over 20 feet wide, you should have at least 2 bartenders or a go-getter. I'm talking about someone who is really working that bar. Because as of today, July 7th, I still have not received my drink that I placed. I placed an order for drinks, haven't received it yet. Anyway, so all of that, same restaurant now. So I go back. The lady said 45 minutes for my wait. So it's about an hour now. So I go back to the lady at the greeter. I'm like, hey, what's the status on Wess Walters? She was like, we called you about 15 minutes ago. You missed your spot. I said, no, you haven't called me. I was literally in the balcony trying to get a drink at your bar. So you haven't called me and my phone is on. So what number do you have? So I told him my number, and the number was off by one character. So it was blank blank 92, right? And my number is 93. So I've only had the number since 1997, right? I've only had this was the number I had right after my pager. I went straight into the cell phone. I've had the same number. So a lot of people have this number from undergrad, right? So this greeter tells me I gave her the wrong number. Man, I swear, I wish I was making this stuff up. I mean, it makes for great content. I never fail. Once I dine out, I get good content. Once I dine out, I'm going to get some good content. But this lady told me, again, I've had the number since 1997. Here's an opportunity for her to just take ownership and say like, oh, listen, my bad. The 2 and the 3 is right next to each other. So maybe I entered 3 instead of a 2. My bad. That's the reason why you didn't get the page, because I entered the wrong number, Mr. Wess, and I apologize. Here's the table for you, and the first round is on us. That's what I would have done. But no, this lady battles with me, trying to convince me that, well, no, you gave me the wrong number. That's why. You gave me the wrong number. Happened to me with the rental on my wedding day. On your wedding day. Oh, I understand, brother. I know your pain. So this lady was trying to convince me from a number that I've had since 1997 that you gave me the wrong number, Mr. Wess. That's the reason why you didn't get the page. And, some of it is generational. She was younger, some of it is that, I blame it on, I blame it at, I saw one of my mentors watching a video. I was watching a video on Instagram today. And, one of the mentors that I follow, he said, someone asked, he says, whenever he's asked a question, what are we going to do with these young people? He says he keeps a miniature, a small mirror. And he says, whenever one of the old heads asks him, what are we going to do with these young people? He just holds the mirror up. No, he says, like, what's the problem with these young people? And this is the problem with young people. He holds the mirror up to them, say, the older people have done a poor job in letting them know what's right from wrong. So in this case, I don't blame it on the younger sister. I blame it on management. What's wrong with the young people? Management. What's wrong with the young people? Management. If I had a little mirror. What's wrong with the young people? Management. So it's not the young sister's fault to argue. She doesn't know that the customer, you're here to appease the customer, serve the customer. And as a restaurant, delivering the brand promise. Real simple. On a brand promise for the restaurant is hot food, cold drinks. Simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Hot food, cold drinks for a restaurant. But someone told her that it's hot food, cold drinks, and fight with the customer to convince them that they gave you the wrong phone number that they've had since 1997. There's no way that you could have incorrectly typed a 2 instead of a 3. That's not likely. But what's likely is the customer who's been waiting for an hour, who's had the number since 1997, gave you the wrong number, not a number. So I want to be clear. I didn't give her a number. This was my number that I had. Chances of, that's like saying, you could possibly give her a wrong name, but could you give her your wrong name? Like, it's like her telling me like, well, you didn't tell me your name was Mr. Wess. You said John. Oh God. Employees will only do what you allow them to do. Great point, Mr. Papi Chula. They will only do. So again, I blame this not on her. I blame this on the management. All right. So, hey, I told you if you hang around till the end, there was going to be a good ending, right? Anyway, we had dinner, and it was I forgot to add this. When I finally got seated, God, it was just, when I finally got seated, I had to literally fight because I was there sitting again for another 15 minutes. And so here it is. I am forgiven. I'm more forgivable because one, I was a server in my life, and I've done a lot of undercover work as a server. And I understand, one, because a lot of businesses are understaffed because of COVID. So I'm very forgiving. So I'm not a jerk. I'm not the type that's always looking for bad things. I look for good things. I'm assuming when I dine out, it's always going to be good. And there's sometimes that it's bad. I don't go in with a negative connotation thinking that it's always going to be bad and sometimes it's good. No, I am assuming if I'm paying money that I'm going to have a great experience. So anyway, long story short version, I had to fight with another server who I wasn't in his section. I had to give him another 10. I'm like, look, please just take my order. No, you don't. I don't need you to take my appetizers order. It takes all of our orders right now. Entrees, appetizers, and drinks. And please, you're not my server, but here's $10. Please be my server. All right, so he did, right? Anyway, I got the food. I would give the entire experience C-, all right? But here it is. I told you to hang in there for the end, right? And here's the moral of the story here. I've been going to these two restaurants for over 10 years, easily. I would say even the restaurant that I dined at, I would say 15 years, because my daughter is 16, about 15 years, right? And here it is. As bad as the experience was, would I go back? Yes, I would. That's the gem. Now, was the service amazing? No. Did they treat me? Did they roll out the green carpet treatment? No. Did I feel special and warm and fuzzy? No. Based on my phone number, did they recognize my name? Oh, Mr. Walters. No. Am I still waiting for my drink from the bartender? Yes. All of those things. And I would still go back, because again, this is not a restaurant that I go to every week. No, this is a restaurant I visit about 4 times a year. And I would still go because the food is still good. The ambience is good. So my point here is, even like, there is no reason why, first of all, no, there's a lot of lessons here. One, the things that I mentioned, if you are a business owner or a manager of a restaurant, if you're the owner of a restaurant, a manager of a restaurant, please correct these things. Again, having a bartender manning a bar that's 45 feet wide, having a bartender that's not a people person, having having a brain freeze, not the greeter, but the hostess, just take ownership for being wrong. All of these things you need to definitely fix. But here it is. Even after all of that, I would still support this business. So here it is. One of the gems here is customers are willing to give you a chance, because customers want to dine out. They want to stimulate the economy, and they believe that you ultimately want to do good by them. And because even though I teach customer service, I know that a lot of this can be fixed with some simple 6mm shifts with management, and it's going to trickle down to the employees. Like, this is easy. So would I still support this restaurant? Yes, I would. So my point is, you have to be so bad. Like, this stuff is easy. People are like, yo, where do I get started with the customer experience? It's real easy. Like, deliver on the basics. People want to always go above and beyond. Well, no. Just perfect the Big Mac first before you start McCafe. That's what McDonald's did. Like, we perfected Big Macs, a Coke, and some fries. Then they started serving coffee. If you have a restaurant, your brand promise is hot food, cold drinks. Don't overcomplicate it. My point is that even as bad as the situation was, I would still go back to this restaurant. So my point is, you have to be so bad for a customer to say, I am through with you, I'm not coming back. So there's no excuse to not enhance the customer experience. There's no excuse not to go above and beyond to make the customers feel appreciated. No excuse. So that's my rant, I guess. That's my soliloquy. That's my monologue on what it was like dining at these restaurants. And if you have a restaurant, please get a landline. Please get a landline. The landline comes free. You probably have a landline right now. You're not. It came with the internet package. It's free. They make you get the landline. It's cheaper with the landline. So get the landline. All that to say is that if you need help implementing anything that you saw today, if you need help, all you got to do is go to workwithwess.com. For the people on Instagram, just go to workwithwess.com. And someone from my team or myself will reach out to you and show you how not to make these mistakes and how to put it in a customer experience to get you a free customer experience audit, and how you can start putting a customer experience initiative in place so that you can wow your customers. It's that simple. It costs you nothing to go to workwithwess.com. Not going to workwithwess.com. Going to workwithwess.com costs you nothing. Not going to workwithwess.com could cost you everything. That's it. That's it. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. I'm sorry I've been away so long. It's been a vacation. But I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next Wednesday on the Wednesdays with Wes for another awesome episode of CX in the Morning. Bright and early here every Wednesday at 8 a.m. at Wes Walters on Instagram, and at Wes Walters and Associates on Facebook, and at Wes Walters on YouTube and Twitter. All right. Peace, you guys. I love you guys, and I see you guys on next Wednesday. Peace.